Hey, Rage in the Cage fans, it's Kimber Schaefer here with Rage in the Cage OKC News, and it's about that time. Rage 81 is just around the corner, Saturday, June 19th at the Oklahoma City Farmers Public Market. And I'm telling you, the guy I have next to me, he's no stranger to Rage in the Cage or to you fight fans. It's Zevan Cheese Hunt. And hey, today we're having a normal interview, I think, but he tries to play tricks on me too. But hey, this is Austin McCourty. This is like, I mean, all the fight fans have been waiting for this moment. I mean, Austin's, no lie, he's got his haters out there that, you know, of course they want to see him get beat up. And a lot of people are like, you know, really depending on you here, Zevan. Is this a lot of pressure?
Oh, it's always a lot of pressure, and I'm glad I can be the guy for everyone to depend on. I mean, that's no small feat. That sucks, but today's gonna be a total normal interview, you know, just gonna be myself today.
His cheesy self, yeah. So let's talk about the hard thing, and we'll get back to Austin in a second.
Whoa, the hard thing.
Told you he was gonna get it in there somewhere.
Let's talk about something else. Okay.
We won't talk about last time when, yeah, we won't even go there. Your grandpa's in the room. I don't remember what it was said on the interview, but it wasn't.
I think she was trying to get with me.
I was like, something about a bed. I remember that. So, but you're 9-1. I never thought that I was going to have to say anything about a loss on your record as an amateur, but the day came, and it was back Rage 77,
yep.
I believe, and that was Joshua Fleck, I think his name was. Third round, submission loss. Walk me through that moment, because was it even, I mean, could you even believe it yourself?
Well, I was thinking really before the fight, I was like, man, 10-0 just sounds too good. I was like, we gotta mess it up somehow. So I decided I would do that. But no, he was a super good guy, super nice guy, and real good. And you know, I lost, and you know, of course, I could have done something different, done better. But if I had to be beat, I'm glad it was by that guy. He was just the best guy in the North. He came strong, and you know, I wish I would have won. It's heartbreaking, and I was super sad. I still am about it, but you know, I'm not gonna make excuses for it. I messed up and should have trained different, and that's what happened. So I got nothing to say.
Well, and if I'm remembering correctly, it was one of those things where you were 9-0, and he was 7-0, I think. And so, if I, you know, of course, this has been a few months back, but I mean, somebody had to lose in that situation, yeah. And unfortunately for you, it was, you know, your time to lose, and everybody does at some point
yeah.
in their career, and so, but as an amateur, you know, you went 9-0, and so that's no small feat, and you have fought some of the toughest amateurs in your weight class. So, what's next for you? Are you gonna try to maybe go 12-1 as an amateur? I mean, what's your ultimate goal here?
We were thinking about going pro after that last fight, and we're thinking about going pro after this one. Really, I wanted to do this for a career, and the reason I had a long amateur career is so I can gain experience, I can have these moments, and although when I have a loss, I had a loss, which is still good for me. I need it. I want to make this a career out of this, and I'd rather have my trials and sloppiness now as an amateur. And if I lose now, you know, it sucks and it's heartbreaking, and I'm probably going to cry for 2 months about it, but it's better than having it on my pro record. And you know, I'm 22, and so
you're young. It's okay to.
I'm getting old, but I have a good years in there. I think once I go pro, hoping to have enough time to maybe make it somewhere with it. But I'm in no rush. I'm training the best I can to my abilities, and just trying to do what I think's right. There's no set path to take, unfortunately, but I'm just doing what I think's right.
I mean, you know, it's not written in stone how you do this. You know, when I first started out at Rage, which I don't even remember how long ago that was. I think it was 7 or 8 years ago. You know, the big thing was you got to have 10 fights. 10 fights. That's when you go pro. And 10 fights where you've won most of them.
Yeah. And
if you're not winning, then you got to get more than that. And so, but then maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, it started being like, okay, as long as you go 3-0, you're okay to go pro.
Yeah.
Well, and that's bad. I mean, it's not good for most fighters. The majority of fighters, I do think, as amateurs, need to fight everybody they can in their weight class. And, you know, that's usually going to be 7 to 12 fights as an amateur. Yeah. So, I mean, I really do, in my personal opinion, and I'm not a professional and I'm not a fighter, but in my professional opinion, seeing, or non-professional opinion really, seeing all of the fighters and interviewing so many over the years and seeing how it played out for them, I think you're doing it right. So kudos to you and your team for really making that decision to do everything you can as an amateur, especially when you're young. You have nothing to rush for. You know, when a fighter takes their first fight and they're 40, I get it. You got to go pro pretty quick.
Yeah.
So you're doing it the right way.
Yeah,
So
I hope I'm doing it the right way. It's been pretty painful and pretty crappy. 4 years I've been fighting now. If this ain't the right way, I'm gonna be pretty mad because I think I've lost a few brain cells and some blood and stuff since then. So, Jesus.
You've been in some tough situations in there, and you always seem to stay calm, and you come back and get the victory so many times. You're very good at listening to your corner and doing what they say and following through.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like you are really, from your first fight until now, like your improvement and the things that you excel at in the cage?
Man, I've always been super nervous. I get super nervous for every fight, regardless who it is. Like I could be fighting a baby or like a 3-year-old. You'd be like, damn, but what if I lose to this 3-year-old? I'm gonna look stupid. I could just trip. But I'm still pretty nervous before fights. But I've always gotten better. I've been getting better at being calm. Like I can be in the ring and actively think about stuff, and I'll make eye contact with my coaches, and I'll be like, all right, what do I do now? So that's been getting a lot better. I think that's both my good thing and my bad thing. I wish I didn't get so nervous. Wish this is easy. I wish I could get some easier fights too. I've been getting beat up too much. They're trying to.
Well, it's not going to happen. You don't get easy fights for Rage in the Cage, and you know that.
I wish they started out hard and then got easier, but it's always the other way around.
I
which
know,
I don't
it
like.
is.
That's ridiculous.
So, and that's leading to the next question, because some people say Austin doesn't deserve this fight against you. I mean, you don't have to go to bat for your opponent, but I mean, I'm sure you probably feel like he deserves.
Well, I didn't really want to take this fight, but Summer said, this is the fight. I wanted to do this fight. So I was like, all right, Summer, if you want me to fight, I'll do it. And so.
That might be a little bit opposite, but okay. We'll go with that. That might not be so true. I don't think Summer was completely on board with this one, but.
I don't remember, honestly. I just thought that was what was happening. But,
yeah, it is what's happening. So, but no, so all the animosity out there against, Austin, do you feel like I said before, that you have to be everyone's champion here? Do you feel like that puts more pressure on you?
Man, like I said, I'm nervous for every fight. I don't care who's watching or what. I don't really care what they have to say. I just don't want to get beat up and lose. It don't matter who I'm fighting. I could be fighting a baby, John Jones, Austin McCoy. It don't matter. I'm gonna be nervous no matter who I'm fighting. And everyone has the equal opportunity of beating anybody. It don't matter. Everybody can lose. Everybody can win.
Any day.
Yeah. People, whether Austin McCoy deserves to fight, I don't think it matters. I think it's a good fight. People want to watch it, so it's
People
gonna
do
happen.
want to watch it. I mean, we are getting so much, hype on this fight. So many people have been really waiting for this moment. It was supposed to happen before, apparently, and so now we're here. June 19th is the day. Anything you want to share about your training or what you're up to these days with your fight fans?
What have I been up to, man?
Eating cereal,
still going to school. Damn. I need to stay in school too. But I remember when we first interviewed, I was like, oh man, school sucks. But now that I realize I got to get a real job soon, I'm like, damn, I might just start taking less classes.
School's pretty awesome, yeah. Just to spread that career out over a few more years.
Yeah, I think if I start taking less classes, I could get maybe squeeze another year in somewhere. So I'm gonna try that. Other than that, I've been training like usual, trying to get better. I think I got a blue belt in jiu-jitsu now, so I mean that's kind of cool.
Well, tell me about your gym. Where are you training?
I'm still training at New Limits. That's been my gym ever since I started. New Limits, guys, check it out. And then I've been training at the Forge for a while, and I just recently made a shift to American Elite, and still in the middle of that. But I've been training. I got a blue belt, but I still getting beat up. So I was supposed to be better once you get it on, but it didn't work that way. maybe if I put a black belt on, I'll.
I was like, it's all of a sudden you put it on and you've got superpowers.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try a different color or something because that one didn't work.
All right, so June 19th. You versus Austin McCourty is what everybody is waiting for. So we're so excited to hear it. Hey, before we wrap it up, any shout outs or anything that you want to?
Yes, I'd like some shout outs. But first, if everybody's waiting for it, y'all better start buying tickets because y'all say y'all want it. I better get some ticket sales. Like I said, I don't have a real job, so I'm just kidding. No, but really, I'd like to give a shout out to my sponsors, Moppin Roofing and Construction and Crossroads Roofing Supplies. They've really helped me out. Like I said, I don't have a job, and I say that as a joke a lot, but I really mean it because they support me and help me out, and I'm able to do what I love to do and train. And I want to give another shout out to Doobies, and they've been really supporting me ever since I started too. And really, I want to be able to do this without them and my family who supported me. Like, this is what I want to do, and I'm lucky to be able to have a support group to be able to train like I do and go to school and not have a real job. So either I need to start kicking butt at making this a real job, or I don't know, get some more sponsors.
You guys need to buy some tickets is what he's saying. Like, seriously, buy them from Zevan if you are a Zevan Hunt fan. He's got tickets in hand, right?
I do.
Got a stack of tickets in hand. So, and as you guys know, Rage in the Cage, we typically sell out pretty early. So get your tickets early. You can get them from Zevan, or you can go online and get them at stubware.com. Use the click down menu, go check his name or any other fighter on the card, and we will see you.
Actually, just my name.
Just his name.
Yeah, just my name.
Just his name.
Yeah.
Nobody else. There's nobody else fighting that night. It's just all about Zevan.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
We'll see you for Rage in the Cage 81, Saturday, June 19th at the Oklahoma City Farmers Public Market Event Center, and we will see you then.